Hello yoga friends. Today we're doing a short video on inversions that everyone can do. So when people think about inversions, they're thinking shoulder stand, head stand, handstand, and these are all, of course, yes, inversions, but they are things that more advanced yogis can do, or children usually can do them all. We're going to do something that you can do for the rest of your life as long as you are coming to the mat on a regular basis. And when I think about inversions, I think about getting my head below my heart. So let's begin. Find a wall, and if you haven't set your mat up near a wall, that's fine. You can keep your mat there, but go find a wall. We're going to do our first inversion. Now, some of you have really, really tight hamstrings, so you're going to bring your feet away from the wall. And I like to actually get the flesh and pull it up the wall as I lean into the first inversion of the head below the heart, which is a forward bend. And I haven't done a lot of yoga today, so this is feeling really good. You can let your arm bones be a heavy weight. And your chest and your thighs can be together. And now you're getting the idea that any pose where your head is below your heart is very therapeutic. Really gives you that feeling of relaxation that you're longing for. It doesn't have to be so energetic as jumping up into a handstand. And you'll notice that my feet are a little bit more than hip width apart. I'm going to show you a second version of this. Use your fingertips if you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift, and then just with your butt bones on the wall, you can just move your feet away to something that's comfortable. And for some of you, that means your kneecap, your foot is going to be turned out because your kneecap and your toes need to go in the same direction. And you're just built differently than I am, because we all have our unique DNAs. Now, I still like to use the bandhas here when I'm doing any of these. This is not a yin class. It means that you are locking those energy locks. So you can pull your belly button into the backbone, and you'll see as I do that my pelvis starts to move to the ceiling. Now, if this is just imagination for you, in other words, nothing seems to move, don't worry about it. It is the idea first before the body can follow. And then you can go into your version of a forward bend today. And when you get down there, you don't have to obviously come down to the level that I'm at. You could have your hands supporting, you could have your hands on blocks, you could do whatever works for you, that you really do feel that your head is trying to be below your heart. And relax your jaw, your eyebrows. Eventually this response of your hamstrings becomes quieter, or you don't pay as much attention to those hamstrings. This little sequence I'm showing you, I'm going to crawl to my mat now. It's a really nice sequence when you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. You need a different perspective. So this next one is very, very simple. We know it as child's pose, but again, it can be your head below your heart. So you can roll your shoulders down so that they're being pulled down by gravity. The palms of your hands are relaxed, and you can feel it's a really deep relaxation response for me. So child's pose is another beautiful inversion. Another inversion that is seldom taught is something called rabbit. So I'm going to come up into Japanese seated posture. It's a little more complicated. You're going to take the sides of your feet. So you're sitting on your heels, and you're going to use your strong arms to help you to curl your back. And the shape is the head is going to come to the floor and your hips are going to go up. So it may not be perfect, but it's the intention. So even in my body, it's still an attempt and an intention. So first, I want to curl my back. Oh, that feels good. I want to really get a good grasp on my feet. And then on a next exhale, start curling forward, aiming the top of your head, maybe a foot or so in front of your knees, and then pull with your hands, and you'll feel the stretch in your back, and you definitely will feel your head below your heart. The more, I'm going to let go of my hands now, the more extreme one is to have your hips above your knees and you're pulling. But everybody has a different ratio of their torso, of their leg bones, of their arm bones. So you just do the one where you know for sure that your legs, you're stable. You don't feel like there's so much pressure in the top of your head. And that you can really feel this rush. Of course, these inversions should only be held for as long as when your inhale and your exhale are perfect. Yeah. And you'll know that. So that's an overall instruction. All inversions, especially when we're first learning them, should be held for only as long as your breath is perfect. And the final inversion that I'd like to show you is, of course, down dog. I like to set it up. If you haven't got an instructor at home or you've never done yoga before, in order to get the perfect location for your body, you sit in Japanese seated posture. You bring your tummy on top of your thighs and you stretch your arm bones forward. Fingers are really wide, middle fingers parallel. And then you curl forward like angry cat. You tuck your toes, your feet are hip width apart, and you press down and forward so that you come into your dog. Now resist the temptation to rearrange your feet further away. Instead, you could bring them further apart or closer together. But this should be the perfect location for you in terms of your feet and your hands. And again, the head is below the heart. For those of you with tight hamstrings, we always come to the mat with tight hamstrings. You can bend your knees a lot, lift your heels. You should feel a line of action between your wrist bones and your hips. And your ears are between your arms. Each of these inversions, you don't have to do them all. They could just be something that you pop into your day when you need to change your mind, or you need to have another idea, or you need to be inspired, or whatever. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you can practice a few inversions in your day whenever they pop into your mind. Namaste. Thank you so much.